morning. I'll rise for the pledge, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll have a moment of silence, please. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. We'll open our meeting with public comment on agenda and non-agenda items. And we have Mr. Bruce Butler, our 911 director, here on the telephone this morning. And Bruce is going to give us an update, and he will gladly answer questions. Good morning, Bruce.
Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well and staying healthy. Today, as of last night's data, yesterday's data, we have 11 cases in Susquehanna County. Just to clarify, so everyone is aware, that information about where those cases are is not provided to the county, and the Department of Health will not release that information out for obvious reasons. The county remains in a state of emergency, as do 15 municipalities now have declared a state of emergency within the county. We are continuing to receive resource requests. Most of the resource requests have been for personal protective equipment, and we are working currently with the state Department of Health to provide as much as we can, as well as sourcing from the county level as best we can too. We are still waiting and potentially are expecting a shipment sometime in the next 3 days. But again, clarification, all that is coming minute by minute. The Department of Public Safety is participating in about 10 to 15 weekly conference calls, which is a big change. They are conference calls with everyone from the federal government to state offices to local and volunteer groups. So we're doing all we can with all of the entities involved to keep the communication forward and keep the steady operations as best we can. We receive anywhere between 50 to 100 emails per day from many entities with updated information related to the state case count, to individual location information, and are constantly trying to do everything we can to get as much of the information up to our website and up to our Facebook locations. The Susquehanna County website now has actually developed another set of pages through the help of our IT department, which gives a more breakdown of the information so people can get to a specific type, such as foods or emergency responders, a little more quickly, and actually a news page which will provide updated press releases, such as the one that came out of the governor's office yesterday related to the stay-at-home order as it applies to volunteering, blood drives, etc. So that stuff has all been provided. We continue at the county level to have all offices open and functional. We have been very blessed to, at this point, that all county offices have not been affected with any of the cases in terms of any of our employees being affected. We are greatly appreciative of that, and a lot of that is due to the dedication of the staff, as well as the county commissioners, the chief clerk, and all of their staffs in constantly keeping forward thinking and keeping the disinfecting going and the masks and all the different protocols and procedures that have been set in place to protect the employees as they continue to serve the community, and we're all very much appreciative of that. Hopefully that will stay the course. We continue to follow any changes in the CDC guidelines, such as the masks for the public, and we strongly encourage everyone to follow this. One of the things that has become a constant topic in a lot of different areas is the areas in our community and the individuals in our community that are beginning to be hungry. And there's no really other way to say it than that they're hungry. So the county commissioners and their staff have worked very hard with a lot of different entities to have a established food drive. There will be a food drive this coming Friday. There are about 18 different locations in the county where individuals can do drop-offs following all the CDC guidelines. And again, yesterday there was some very good information that came out on how to do those type of events. It is very strongly encouraged that everybody understands we can't stop the food supply, and there are individuals who don't have access to food, and we need to do all we can to try to help them. So the food drive information there, we're very fortunate to have fire departments, emergency responders, EMS individuals who have offered their services on Friday to help with the product locations are on the website. They're also on Facebook, and they can be obtained by calling the courthouse if you need to get them if you don't have access to the internet. Those locations then, we will do a pickup or drop off on Monday, and coordinate the food being brought to one location in the county. And then there will be a food distribution to multiple different mobile pantry locations during the week of April the 20th. And again, that information is being put up on the website. It's on Facebook, and flyers will be put out and available as well. At this point right now, we are all encouraging everybody to stay the course. We have a ways to go on this. We don't know how much longer this is going to be. Pennsylvania does not make the same statements that we've seen related to some of the other states where they're talking about curves and apexes and plateaus. Our state's, I think, too large to make a general statement like that when it comes to the rural nature here. So we're all just staying the course and following all the recommendations as best we can. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Bruce.
Public comment.
Does anybody have any questions? Public comment will now be open.
Yes, I'd like to speak. Can you hear me? This is Vera.
Good morning, Vera, we can hear you. Mm-hmm.
So the only way we can speak, I'm trying to understand this whole process, is we have to call in on the number?
Yes.
Okay, so,
So you're on right
it's
now.
coming online.
We can hear you right
I am
now.
on, okay. Okay, good. What I wanted to know is, the roads are the worst, of course, every week they get worse and worse. Does it mean that no, PennDOT workers are working at this time?
There's just a few crews out. There's a bridge crew, there's a patch crew, there's maybe 3 crews out in the county right now, but, things are pretty quiet. Yes. Would you like to speak to that?
Why is it so quiet? Are they working on 706? Are they
Because,
working on 706?
the state has let it's shut down. It's shut down. They're not working on roads right now because of this pandemic.
People should
So
be
what
out
does that
driving
mean?
around anyway. People should not be out traveling the roads at this time with the current situation unless they're essential employees. That would also help the situation. So, I mean, of course, there's the need to go for the medical needs and food, but what would help the situation too is if with the reduced travel, that is part of the process, is keeping off the roads, stay at home.
Well, you have to go to what is essential, which is supermarkets, drugstores, and doctor appointments, as far as I know.
Yes,
So you
yeah, that
have
is
to
correct.
drive to those things. So how would I get there? I can't use a helicopter. So
Well, you'd have to
that
drive
is
here,
not-
but just to go to do those
Of course.
functions and then go home. But right now, the roads aren't the priority at this moment in time.
Well, they should be, because they should be fixed.
Well, we know that, Vera, but we're trying to save lives right now, just keep everybody alive right now. That's the priority right now throughout the
how many-
country.
Okay, and how many have died in our county from COVID?
0.
Mr.
0 at this point.
Butler? Huh? 0. So how critical is this when 0 people have died? And how many are testing positive for COVID?
Ma'am, all those numbers are readily available both on the federal, state websites. You can watch the daily report with Dr. Rachel Levine, which breaks that down. There are a very large amount of resources on the internet for statewide and the nationwide.
Well, I'm talking about our county. I'm not talking about.
Well,
the
you can
state.
get that information, Vera. You can get that information online. You can listen to the report that Dr. Levine gives out. You can go online, pa.gov, and you can get all the stats there.
Okay, you don't want to answer for some reason, okay.
Vera, I can absolutely answer for you. There are 0 deaths in Susquehanna County. There are 11 cases that have tested positive. That is the published information. We get nothing more than that, and I assure you that if there was more, we'd release it as soon as we get it. We're all praying.
Okay, well,
that-
that's why I'm asking. Also, if there's 11 tested positive, is anybody in the hospital because of it or on a ventilator in the hospital in Susquehanna County?
That information is not given to us at this time, no. I don't believe that we have anything of that nature. Dr. Levine does give, again, this may seem like it's passing the buck, but it is fact. Dr. Levine does give a report every day of how many residents in Pennsylvania are affected, how many are in the hospitals, and how many are on ventilators. They do not break that down to the county level.
Well, well, that would be nice for them to do that, but anyway. So it doesn't look critical to me. Does this look like a critical virus or flu compared to what we've had every year for the past 30 years?
I don't know, why don't you ask the people in New York City, Vera, and see what they tell you. So, yeah, your 3 minutes are up, Vera, thanks, we'll move on to the next person.
Have a good day, Vera.
Thank you. Is there anyone else on the line that has a question?
I don't have a question, but this is
Oh, go ahead, whoever was speaking first.
Tiffany Benedict. I'm the program manager for the Women's Resource Center.
Good morning, Tiffany.
Good morning.
Good morning. I wanted to make a comment on the proclamation of April being Sexual Assault Awareness Month. I really appreciate the commissioners putting that on the agenda this morning.
You're welcome. Thank you for all the hard work you do.
Thank you. As you know, our services and our plans as far as what we would do for awareness activities over the course of the month had to change due to the nature of the current health crisis. So everything that we're doing at this point is really social distancing style kind of awareness activities. I would like to let the community know that the Women's Resource Center serves close to 150 sexual assault survivors every year. And I think that it's important to kind of bring awareness to the fact that those are the people that have the ability to reach out to us for support. We certainly know that the numbers in our community are probably much larger than that. Unfortunately, not being able to have group activities where we can do some awareness events and kind of do some education, I'm kind of limited to offering a couple suggestions as far as opportunities for awareness for community members.
Okay.
April 29th is Denim Day. And Denim Day was created based on an Italian Supreme Court decision that reversed a rapist conviction because the court embraced the myth that what the woman was wearing was part of or implied consent to. In essence, her jeans were too tight. So if she, was wearing those tight jeans, she couldn't have been sexually assaulted. She had to be complicit. So the women of the Italian Parliament wore denim the next day in support of survivors and in rejection of that myth that sexual assault is based on what someone is wearing. And so this year, Denim Day is April 29th. I would encourage people to think about wearing jeans for a cause.
Okay.
And I'm just going to mention a couple of things that people could view. There's a couple really quick YouTube videos that I think are really good information around sexual assault. One of them is a real short 5-minute YouTube video by Chanel Miller. She's the sexual assault survivor in the Stanford rape case. She wrote the book Know My Name, and the YouTube video is called I'm With You. And it's a real nice piece to look at and maybe think about what survivors face. It really is kind of a short blurb of her experience in going through the court system and trying to achieve justice as a survivor. Brene Brown also has a great YouTube video called On Empathy, which is really good for those of us who are looking to understand or support survivors. It really kind of distinguishes the difference between what is like a sympathetic response and empathic response, really kind of meeting survivors where they're at. So I would just, throw those out there as possible opportunities. And then I'd just like to remind the community that the Women's Resource Center, although we're not providing face-to-face services at this point, we are still providing all of our services. Crisis and advocacy through hotline. We're still doing safe housing and any other support service that survivors need. It's just being done in a different manner, primarily over the phone and via hotline. But we still have opportunities to meet survivors where they're at and safety plan and look at options, because we know that women and men are still experiencing sexual assault and domestic violence despite a health crisis going
thank you so much for what you're doing. Would you mind sharing your hotline number and how people can reach out to you if they need your services?
Absolutely. So our hotline is 278-1800. So that hotline gets forwarded, and we have a staff member that's able to respond to any call that comes in and work with somebody on identifying what are the resources and basic plans that they need to put into place.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Any other public comment?
Any more public comment?
I've got a couple. This is Stacy.
Hi,
Good
Stacy.
morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. And if Tiffany's still here, I will probably shoot you an email later, Tiffany. Okay, Stacy, that sounds great. Let's see, we covered the food drive, and I was hoping the commissioners could speak to some of the personal protective wear that county employees might have need when they need to go out, because we still have county employees who need to be out in the field at certain times. And let's see, could you also go over the numbers, like after jail, how are we protecting the jail, how are we mitigating that risk there, and I guess honestly just kind of the safety of court personnel as they continue with their vital services.
So,
Okay.
Stacy, so here's what we have. So, for people that not only are going out into the field that have to do services, but also remember all our employees are working. So it's not just one group that's that we're worried about. We're worried about all the employees. So we do have, we are doing social distancing at work, so nobody is too close to each other. We also provided masks, gloves, for those that are going out into the field and meeting the public. They also have gowns, face shields, all kinds of PPE stuff to wear. Same at the jail, the operational codes that are being followed by the CDC guidelines. Department of Justice also put stuff out. So again, all of those people, anybody new coming in gets, for 48 hours first, gets isolated for 48 hours first. Then they interview the person to find out where they've been, what they've been doing, where did they come from, and depending on that conversation, of course, that will determine whether they get isolated for another 14 days. So they're following all the protocols. We have all the PPE equipment. We just ordered another 5,000 masks for all the employees of the county, which should be here this week. So I think we're in pretty good shape as far as having all that information available. Of course, most of the buildings are locked down. It's by appointment only or emergency. So we are following protocols when somebody does have to come into the building to ensure the safety of our staff and employees.
All right. And just, I saw the tentative agenda, and were there any additions, anything of note?
No, there was nothing else.
All right. We're good to go.
Okay.
Thank you, Stacy. Stay safe.
Anybody else?
Is there anyone else on there?
Yes.
Hello? Hello?
This is Rachel from Children's Research Center, and I just want a quick follow-up to Stacy's one question and mask. So obviously, we still have some emergency type court hearings and stuff going on where individuals from the community are entering the courthouse. I'm wondering if those individuals are also being given face masks and stuff upon entering the courthouse.
There's masks available right there from the security guard. There's a box right there on the desk.
And we're checking everybody for symptoms as well as taking everybody's temperature
Temperature.
that comes through the door.
Okay. Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Anyone else?
Yes. Hello.
Go ahead. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Commissioners. This is Colleen Shea.
Good morning.
Good morning, Colleen.
I'm glad to see you guys are doing this. I did want to make a special note that the person in charge of the emergency management is very hard to hear as compared to your voices.
Well, we,
So if there's anything that you could do, you know, for the next meetings, maybe somehow to get his voice more amplified, whoever calls in.
okay,
We'll see what we can do, Colleen. We actually have him calling in because we won't allow him to, come out of the confined area that he's in so that we don't have to worry about him getting exposed to anybody. But we'll see what we can do for the next time.
Right, great, and I think that's an excellent, idea to have him calling in to answer those questions. I do think, however, that the virus is the first priority, on top of the roads or everything else, so I just wanted to reiterate that. But I also wanted to thank, Commissioner Arnold and Commissioner, Herschel for trying to get online with a few, tips. I'm not really sure about the whole video thing, but at least there's some other things that are needing to be taken care of at the same time. I mean, we can't ignore everything else. So especially with the tick one that the Commissioner Arnold did, I'd like to just correct a couple of things that were said on there. At one point, she mentioned that throwing the clothes in the washer when you come inside, and that really does need to be put in the dryer first because it's the heat that kills the ticks. And the second thing was, the winters do not kill ticks either. This has been proven year after year. I believe Penn State even has something on their website that they've done studies on this, and there's been several other schools that have done studies too. So we've known this for years, that the only way the freezing kills the ticks is when it gets to very extreme temperatures, such as Alaska temperatures, and then you get those hot spells that are very, very hot, and then freezing again in those very low temperatures. So winter does not kill the ticks, and that's part of the problem. So anybody that wants to find out more information, you're free to call us at Lyme Disease Coalition. That's 570-500-5963. Visit our Facebook page, or send us an email at ldc@LymeDiseaseCoalition.org.
thank you, Colleen. Thank you very much, Colleen. Thank you for your input, I appreciate it. And I also want to tell you that I learned yesterday that, there's Penn State Extension is going to have, an online webinar, a class on May 7th. If you go to the Penn State Extension website on ticks and tick-borne diseases. So Penn State's working on that. And I was told that most of their classes, not college classes, but the other types of classes like that, they're offering them for free right now, except for the ServSave, that one's not. So check out Penn State's webpage, everybody, if you have some time and a computer, and see what you can learn and educate yourself from there. Thank you, Colleen, we appreciate you calling in, please stay safe.
Thank you. That's very good information. Can I just add one thing, is that we are going to also be putting up a lot of information on our Facebook, as well as doing some possibly Zoom type presentations. So just follow our page and we'll get the information on our event.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take care. Are there any more public comments? Hearing none?
Motion to close public comment.
No, second that.
No, yeah, I'll second that.
Okay, I
Nope.
have a motion by Commissioner Hall, seconded by Commissioner Herschel to close the public comment at 9:24. Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion, no, I can't do that.
Sorry, I keep forgetting.
Motion approved item number two,
Well, no, we have a recognition this morning. We have an employee recognition this morning. Mr. William Darrow Senior has worked for the county for 5 years. And of course, he's not here this morning, but we'll make sure that Mr. Darrow gets this. And we thank you, Mr. Darrow, for your service to the county. Thank you.
Okay, now I'll make a motion to approve item two.
I'll second that motion.
I have a motion by Commissioner Hall to approve the minutes of the March 25th, 2020 Commissioners meeting, seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion to approve item three.
I will second that.
I have a motion by Commissioner Hall, seconded by Commissioner Herschel to pay the bills. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion to approve item four.
I'll second that.
I have a motion by Commissioner Hall to approve the following tax claim borough exoneration in Forest City Borough. In the name of Andrew Adams, tax claim received notification from attorney Bridget Carey that the mobile home was deemed abandoned by Magistrate Judge Brainerd on September 11th, 2019. Seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor? Aye.
Motion approved item 5.
I'll second that.
I have a motion by Commissioner Hall to amend Resolution 2020-02 on the countywide burn ban to end at 12:01 a.m. on Monday, April 13th, 2020. Seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion approved item 6.
I'll second that.
I have a motion by Commissioner Hall to approve Proclamation 2020-06 proclaiming April 12th to the 18th as National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week. Seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor? Aye.
Motion approved item 7.
I will second that.
I have a motion by Commissioner Hall to approve Proclamation 2020-07 proclaiming April 2020 as Sexual Assault Awareness Month. Seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion approved item 8.
I'll second that.
I have a motion by Commissioner Hall to advertise for public bid on Municipid the following vehicle for sale: a 2013 Chevy Express cargo van, all-wheel drive, with mileage at 91,350 miles. Seconded by Commissioner Herschel. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Why don't you guys talk a little bit about the census now and a couple of other issues we got before we close.
What's with the census?
I'd like to bring up that we have only 29% in our county has filled out the census, and we need your help. It's very, very important. We get $2,100 per person in our county for people when they fill it out. And it's really easy. You can do it on the computer, you can do it on your phone. I did mine on my phone. It took me literally 5 minutes. It's like 8-10 questions, doesn't ask your occupation, doesn't ask your income, pretty much what's your name, where do you live, how many people live in your house, such as that. So please fill it out. It's very helpful for us to get money to run the county, to provide the services that you need. Thank you.
Regarding the food drive, we wanted to also mention, in addition to the list of food items that are included in that, we would also like to ask if people can donate cat and dog food. Many of our community members have pets and are in need of those items, so we wanted to also include that. Don't forget, this Friday is the drive.
And that needs to be dry food, no
Yes.
wet food for dogs and cats, has to be dry food. Smaller bags, please, so it's easier for the elderly people to handle.
And if you're in need of any resources at all, by calling the number 211, this will get you to a live individual who can help you navigate through the resources available in Susquehanna County. Or you can visit our website at susco.com, and there is a list of all the resources available, as Bruce had mentioned earlier. All the resources are available in Susquehanna County. So please, if you need that assistance and that help, please reach out for help.
Okay.
Do we cover everything we
I
got,
think so.
guys? Do you have anything else?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion adjourned?
I will second that.
And I would just like to say, on behalf of the Susquehanna County Commissioners and all the staff here at Susquehanna County, we thank everybody for being diligent in their, taking care of wearing masks and being careful out there. And we just like to wish you all a very happy Easter and stay safe. Thank you.